Hello, hello. Hi, hello, hello. Welcome everyone. I'm Dozen Diaper, and today, we're doing something a little bit different. We're not playing Cuphead today. What a surprise! Look at this. It's Haruka the Caribou. It took me like 3 days to make this model. I struggled so much with the hair, man. Don't look at the vines on her legs. They're supposed to be looked from the front. But yeah, there she is. She's real. And she's in the game. In the game about Centrea that I'm making. Fun fact, I'm making a fun game about Centrea. Should probably show a little bit of what I have, but today we're gonna work on Haruka. She's gonna be one of the bosses in the game. The second boss, actually. And I have one of her attacks done, and we need to work on the other three. So that's the plan for today. That's the objective of today. Yeah. On other news, I should probably put this. I wanted to put this here in the chat. Yesterday we got a new Cuphead DLC speedrun, personal best. So I'm gonna leave this in the chat just in case anyone wants to watch it. There we go. I'm gonna leave it pinned. Something like that, I think. Wait, is my chat working? Because like, pulled the message and it didn't show up here in the layout. Chat, are you good? Let me test something. I don't have the test command. But damn it. No, that's not gonna work. There we go. Oh, I think it ignores. You can see above my head the message. I was starting to worry, but it ignores things that have links or something. That's why it didn't show up. But anyways, in the pinned chat, there's a link to my YouTube, to my latest Cuphead PE. Yeah. So please check it out if you can. But enough about Cuphead. We're gonna work on Haruka. Actually, I'm gonna cut the music a little bit, and I'm gonna show you what I have actually. Ta-da! That's the starting screen. It's beautiful. Yeah. That's all I have. That's the game. It's just the starting screen. No, that's not true. We have the stage select. This is supposed to be Henia's room. And why are we in Henia's room? You will have to play the game to know, because there's a cutscene that plays before this. It doesn't play now because I already seen it. It only plays like the first time, right? I will have to delete my save file, and I don't want to do that right now, but There's gonna be a cutscene, a tutorial stage, and then you're gonna be lead here to the stage select. There's a bunch of stages that I have planned. 7, in fact. But right now my objective is to complete the first 2. And I want to release these first 2 stages like a demo of sorts. In about 2 weeks, I will say. 2 weeks at the beginning of October. Don't take my word on it, because like probably gonna something's gonna happen and it's gonna be delayed, but whatever. So we can play these first 2 stages. One of them is against the Henia bot. It's a robot that Henia the genius built, because she's a genius and she can build robots. So this stage is actually done. It's ready to be played. We have Sen. And we have the mighty Henia bot. It's gonna charge at us. Know some different stuff. This is like a hack and slash kind of game. It's gonna probably shoot Big Cube. Those are basically the moves of the Henia bot. It can charge it like that. It can go up here and shoot Rubik cubes. And we ascend, we can double jump, we can dash. And we can do like a 3-attack combo. Let's try to kill this guy. Also, it should probably show we can get hit by this guy. I don't expect anyone to lose to this guy. It's kind of supposed to be like the tutorial boss, right? Maybe this attack, if you don't know what it does, it's gonna caught you by surprise the first time, but other than that, it's a pretty simple fight. Maybe I should lower its health too a little bit so it doesn't take as long to kill it. We have a pause menu, of course. We can restart the fight if we want. Yeah, that's basically it. I could show what happens when it dies, but it's not much. It just plays an animation and it says, "You clear the stage." Wow. And that's it. We're gonna exit actually. I'm gonna show you the second boss, which is Haruka. So we have Sen again, and we have Haruka. As you can probably guess, she's like kind of a nature plant druid kind of character. Right now, that's the only attack that I have coded. She jumps around, throws leaves at us. So she's gonna repeat that attack over and over. But I have more attacks planned for her, which is what we're gonna do today. Okay, you get the idea, right? Yeah. That's it. That's all I have right now. I need to make a way to come back to the title screen from here. It's everything on the to-do list. But right now we're just gonna close the game. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna bring back the music. And we're gonna start working. To open. I don't know why Visual Studio Code didn't open with God. I don't want to do this. Okay, which attack should we start with? Probably Roof Leaf is gonna be the easiest one. Probably. Probably not. But we could try. Okay. By the way, I'm very creative with the names. The attack you saw on the that I just showed you that is working is this one. It's called Jump Leaf. Because she jumps around and throws leaves at you. This attack, I want her to like summon like the same leaf projectiles, but they're gonna fall from the ceiling. You know? I don't know if I'm gonna make him fall in a sequence or all at the same time, but we'll see. I guess I'm gonna test it around. We need to assign the projectile here. Before I forget. I always forget to do this kind of thing. I use export and then I forget to assign it. I'm gonna open Jump Leaf. This is the attack that is working. It's already working. So I'm using like I made like a template for all boss attacks. It's kind of like an interface or abstract class, which is something you're not supposed to do in godot, funnily enough. But who cares? It makes too much sense to not do it. So we basically just have to code the perform function. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna play an animation. Haruka here should have. Oh my god, this song is a banger. I got distracted. Shout out to Hasi, man. Yeah. We have the animations ready for most of the attacks. This should be this one. It's a very simple one. It's not this one. It's this one. She's gonna raise her hand, and that's it. It's supposed to be like casting some magic. It's called Roof Leaf L. Roof Leaf L. But actually, there's two of them. There's a right version. If boss is looking right, else I have to do this everywhere. It's kind of annoying, but it's not too bad. So we have a different animation for each side. It's the same animation, it's just mirrored, but yeah. And we're gonna wait. Animation animation ended. And then we're gonna play the animation play idle. We have to do the same thing here. We always have to ask if the boss is looking to the right or is looking to the left. Also, um, let me see. I just have a return here. Um, I guess that's fine. I can fix it up a little bit later. Okay, so what I was thinking, long story short, the way I coded this boss attack system is not the best. Therefore, every time I do an await, I have to ask about the current state of the attack. Because if I kill the boss or if I retry the stage or something in the middle of an attack, weird things happen. That's the fastest way I can explain it. So we have to ask after an await. We have to ask about the state. We'll have to do this every time. Animation. I want to add like I have some VFX for the magic, so we're gonna add them on the animation here. I'm gonna go to frames. Around here maybe. I will have to add keyframes for this everywhere, which is gonna be annoying, but or not really, because I'm gonna turn them off at the end here. Okay, we'll see. We have this VFX that doesn't show up for some reason. Oh, the rotation is gonna be weird. Okay, whatever. But it's like she's casting some magic, right? Here. And sparkles. There. But when she raises her hand, she's gonna start. The VFX is gonna show up, and then at the end, around here maybe, we're gonna turn it off. And we have to do the same thing on the other one, on the other side. So you can see it's the same animation. She raises her hand, but it's flipped. What frames did I put those on? This is frame 12, I think. Frame 12. We're gonna do the other hand. Like that. And then on frame 67. Maybe I should have picked better numbers. 67. Here. We're gonna say turn off the VFX. Okay. So she's gonna raise her hand and then put her hand down. Epic. We have the leaves. The position they're gonna spawn. Actually, interesting question. Um, so we're gonna say something like, we're gonna have an array of these guys. Can I do this? I always forget. Yeah, I can do. I can do that. No, let's not do this. Three in range 4. Exclusive. That's fine. Leaves, append. Leaf. We're gonna create one of those leaf projectiles. Instantiate. Hmm. Okay, let's keep going like this. I was thinking if I can just shoot them here immediately and not do this array, but I may want to do it differently later, so we're gonna keep this array. So we create 4 of these things. Should I start with the position immediately or? Okay, I have an idea. I'm thinking. Let me show the stage. You saw them. I showed you Haruka jumping around, right? So Haruka could be on the right side. She could be in the middle, or she could be on the left side, right? So now I want to make this attack where leaves are gonna fall from the ceiling, right? In a straight line down. So in what position should I do it? And does it matter where Haruka is? And I think the answer is no. The answer is it doesn't matter where Haruka is, the leaves are gonna be in the same position. So what we're gonna do is leaf dot position equals vector 3 this is gonna be something some height. This should be a constant somewhere, but whatever. 0. This is the important number. We have to do. Okay, this is gonna be a weird one, but I want to do it like this. Boss, parent, parent, a child, leaf. And then afterwards, for e leaf in leaves leaf dot shoot. Oh, I need to give the position, right? This is gonna be weird. Okay, so all my projectiles have this function should, which is basically just move from point A to point B. In this case, we have a starting position, and my end position is gonna be just 0 on the y-axis. It's gonna move straight down. This is the part that I'm thinking about. Let's say I want positions. Let me see. The starting position of Haruka is 7.5. So probably want something like steps of 3, maybe -3. No, -6, -3, 3, and 6. So how do I do that? Hmm. Um. Do you just hard code them? Because I could do something like -6 plus 3 times y. But that is gonna give me -6, -3, 0, 3. There's a bigger step here. I need to tell it to ignore the 0. Or maybe I'm overthinking this. Mm, uh, God damn it. How do I do this? I don't want to write like 1,000 lines to just do this. Um, Maybe I should just do it like this. Leave 0. I'm just gonna hard code them. I don't like doing this, but I can think of something better later, maybe. Gonna be 1, 2, 3. This is gonna be 3. This is gonna be 3. This is gonna be 6. I don't like this, but whatever. I need to test this too. Like it may I may change the positions in the end. Um, Get parent, not child, and I should probably put this up here. It makes more sense, but it's not that it matters, honestly. And at the end, we just add stop attack to make sure the attack is done. Should we test this? I'm a little bit scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think we should, just to see how it looks. We have to go to the stage. No, we have to go to the boss. So this is a little bit of a weird thing. I have the attacks here as different nodes, but the boss script itself has a list of attacks it can do. So we need to add this attack here. And that should do it, I think. I'm scared, but we're gonna try. Watch the game crash. Give me a second, I wanted to see something. Okay. Let's see what happens. You should have 2 attacks now. The jump and the new one. Okay, the magic on the right hand is active for some reason. That's not good. Why did nothing happen? Now she's doing the leaf attack over and over again. Stop! Do the other one. Why is she not doing the other one? She did it once, and there again. That's very weird. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's really weird. First of all, where's the VFX? Reset maybe? Yeah, this guys should be turned off on the reset. Okay. That solves one problem. Oh, I need to put the speed. I forgot about that. Okay. So the leaf projectile works a little bit different than the other ones. I even had the constant here and I still forgot. The speed. And I should probably copy this one. To rotation. Because I think my default is like looking like um the leaf is like looking like you're seeing like from the front, you know? It's just gonna look like a straight line. We need to rotate it. It makes a little bit more sense. Okay, I have a probability function here too, which works to for the boss to decide what attack it's gonna do. I'm gonna turn the jump into 0.5. So it's more likely that she does the other attack. We have to rework this later, but for testing, we're just leaving it like this. Um, we have to make sure she doesn't do the same attack twice in a row. Stuff like that. Okay, let's try again. Wait, I have the game audio on the... I forgot about that. I have the game audio on the music. Should probably turn this down. It's gonna be distracting. I can show the settings menu. That's good. There we go. No music. We have a setting menu. We can access it from here, from the stage, or from the title screen. We have volume, we have language. You can put the game in Spanish if you want. Very fun. We can change your controls for pretty much everything. You can play with a controller if you want, and you can configure it too. Cool. Okay, Haruka, do the thing. Haruka, do the thing, please. There we go. Okay. Can I... Yeah, I can stand between them. Now she's just doing the stuff and nothing else. I think they're a little bit too close together. Okay, but it kind of works. Let me adjust a little bit. Say 10 for the height. Speed, let's leave it at 4 for now. Let me see something. This code is an absolute mess, by the way. It's an absolute mess. Let's try -2 to and maybe 6.5. Let's try that. Okay, let's see what she does now. I like that. I like that a lot. And that is what I want to see afterwards. Just like how it combines with the other attack. What if she does the jump now? Will I be able to avoid the attack? Yeah, no, you can't. Okay, she needs to turn around. She's on the left. This is one thing, but yeah, you can kind of avoid it. It's not easy, but I like it. I kind of like it. Um, I think the height where they appear is all right. Uh, they're kind of touching the ground at the end. Let's see. I have to fix the VFX on the hand, but that's fine. I like this one. I think I'm gonna leave it on this position. 10, 10.5. Why not? And 0.5 maybe. Um, here. Oh, he made a function for this thing. Boss, look at player. Boom. Easy. I forgot that I had made this function. Yeah, now if she's on like on the left side, for example, but looking to the left, she's gonna turn around. Let's just try again. Okay, Haruka, do the thing. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Like the other thing I was thinking about is making them fall not all at the same time, but like in in succession. Like here, for example, the first one here should fall first, and then this one, and so on. But I will have to make a timer for it, and I don't want that. I don't want to do that. Okay, I think I like how it is right now. We still have more attacks to do and see how they work in combination, so let's just move to the next one. Um, Roots. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. Okay, let's do this one. This is gonna be very similar, actually. Now that I think about it, the positions are gonna be the problem here. For sure. Hmm. I was just thinking about this one. Okay, I'm gonna explain it. Where's the roots? I have this thing. It's supposed to look like roots that are gonna come from the ground, right? So it's gonna work very similar to the leaf attack we just did. Um, but this maybe I will also want to do them with a delay. Okay, whatever. Let's just do it. It's gonna be very similar. Animation play. This is gonna be roots. Uh, roots. Here she's like gonna cast the magic like this, and then raise her hands like that, and then the roots are gonna come up from the ground. So this animation is called roots. Roots are if was this looking right? Else roots. Oh, I should probably do the look at player thing here too. Um, at the end we're gonna have animation play. Uh, it's gonna be idle. Idle. And stop attack. Here we're actually gonna use a timer. Should I use a timer actually, or should I do it in the root itself? I think I should do it in the root itself. Uh, okay, where roots or in range. How many do I want? Hmm. Let's start with 4 just to see how they look. I haven't still figured out exactly how I want it to be, so we're gonna experiment a little bit. Uh, projectile root. Um, root and root roots. No, boss get parent and child. Root. Okay. Uh, positions. Here, I definitely want to look at the position of the boss. If boss position x equals 0, or not equal, like greater than. Does mat have like a function like is between or something? I'm just gonna make the condition. Uh, this should be greater than uh position greater or equal than 1. We're gonna do something else. Zero position vector 3 is gonna be something 0 0. This is gonna be 1 2 and 3, and we're gonna copy here. Where are we gonna put these things is the question. It can't be the same position as the leaves from the roof is what I'm thinking. I think we're gonna do minus ID 6522. Let's do 7.5 maybe. Or 7.5. And if I am on one of the edges, it's gonna be I want 1 to be 0 for sure. That's not 0. Wait, only one of them can be 0. Okay, let me add another condition. Leave both position. Uh, I already hate this. I hate this so much. Um, um, let's say 7. I don't know. 4 is such an awkward number. Uh, let's see. I want this one to be 0. And I want this to be 7? 7 minus 3. 3? Then this one should be minus 3, 0, 3, 7? I have no idea what I'm doing. And then for root in roots, root shoot. Here we're not gonna need a position, I think. By default, it's 0, but like every projectile has its own shoot function, so we actually have to code on one. Here I should probably wait until roots are done shooting. Okay. Then we're gonna go do this, guys. I need the VFX. Okay, so what's gonna happen here? I have this VFX that is like supposed to represent like the shaking round. So this is gonna play for a little bit, then it's gonna turn off. And then this thing is gonna start moving up. And it's gonna start rotating too at the same time. Problem is I have to move the hitbox too at the same time, which is very stupid, but it's fine. So we're gonna need a timer too. Var timer. Probably make a const just to keep it a little bit more organized. Const should delay. I don't know. 1 second. Const delay. This is float. Timer equals global tools at timer should delay. So okay. We have a timer. So here, when we're told to shoot, we're gonna say bfx emitting equal true. That's gonna show the bfx of the ground shaking. We're gonna start the timer. Await timer timeout. And after the timer is done, we're gonna say vfx emitting false, and we're gonna make a tween. Const shoot time 2 seconds. I don't know. Between we're gonna move the mesh of the roots. Position Y. Final value. Roots minus 4.1. This should be 0, right? Yeah. So we're gonna move to 0. Shoot time. Set is. Set trans. It's gonna be is in out. Queen. Sign is usually the correct option. At the same time, we have to twin the position of the hitbox, which is really weird, but trust me, it's gonna work. Minus 2.1. This is gonna be 2, right? Yeah. 2. Shoot time. If everything goes right, the hitbox should move along with the mesh. And the reason I don't have the hitbox inside the mesh or something is because my projectile function needs it this way. It's a little bit weird, but it is how it is. And we also need to. I could make the rotation with an animation player, but since we're twinning everything, why not? Twin property. Mesh. Rotation degrees. These are rotation degrees Y, right? Yeah. Rotation degrees Y. What value do we want? 360, so it does an entire loop around, maybe? Shoot time. That is Queen. I should just copy this one. Um, um, I have to call. Yeah, I have to call this pawn at the end. And I have to change the state too, right? I forgot my own implementation of these things. I really don't need the state, honestly. But we're gonna say a wait between finished and the spawn. Here, I'm just gonna do QE free for now. But animate disappear. I actually should check if I can do this. I kind of want them to, once they appear, I want them to like fade away. Like disappear like the alpha. Mesh visibility. I will have to mess with the material, right? Yeah, something like that. Just fade away. But if I do this, I don't know if it's gonna change some other materials somewhere else. Okay, we'll leave that for later though. Um have the positions, shoot. Delay and shoot time. Animation. The time she takes to prepare the spell. Uh is like 1.5 seconds. Let's put 1.5. And then she raises her hands. Boom. And this is when the roots should like start appearing. Maybe I should wait a little bit more than 1.5 seconds. But and then we have 2.8. 2.8 minus 1.5 is I don't know. 9.3 I think. So maybe 2 seconds is too much. We should test this. Once again we have to add the attack here. Roots. Uh, and I have to change the probability. We're gonna put this at 0.5 just for testing. Okay, let's press play. Let's see what happens. Let's see how the game crashes. Okay. Oh, I forgot to add the VFX to her hands, but I can do that later. I still need to fix that VFX to begin with. Okay, she's doing the other one. Oh. Okay. That's kind of what I wanted. Um, and she's now stuck. She's not doing anything. Sag. Haruka, you good? Oh. Okay. Something happened. Probably forgot to call stop attack or something. Roots. Called stop attack. Animation player roots. Wait, what happened? Did I get an error maybe somewhere? Wait, what happened? Let me see if there's any errors. She's not playing the animation. No errors. She's not doing anything. Haruka. State 2. State 2 is attacking. So the attack hasn't ended. What? Why is the attack hasn't stopped? Oh, I just noticed that the game is full screen, so you cannot fully see the health bar here at the bottom. Such. Yeah, I shouldn't play the windowed. Right. Window. Right. Bro, I'm surprised by my own power. It just worked. I haven't tested the window setting in a while. I'm surprised it works. But why is Haruka frozen? Attacks. Roots. State 3. State 3 is idle. You should have stopped. It will boost damage dealt to full damage. Effect stop between different notes of theme and attack if finished emit. I have no idea what's going on. This is the first attack she's done. So surely is not another attack like messing up with it. It doesn't play the animation. Which immediately is weird. Um Roots. There's no errors. ID, boss attack, Haruka roots, super ready. Did I forget to some of the setup? I added to the array. Attack roots. It has the projectile assigned. Because the roots should. So it's doing all of this. But then it's not doing this. I mean, it kind of doing this. Oh, wait. Sorry. There's no weight here. Okay, I get it. Like, so it's playing this animation, but there's no weight, so it's immediately playing this animation. That's why it doesn't show. Okay, that makes sense. We need a wait animation. Animation finished. We don't need to do the condition we did here because we are at the end, so it would be the same thing. Display idle and stop attack. That's fine. But that doesn't explain why she doesn't move afterwards. Let me see if that fixes her. It's gonna be really weird. Okay. The other attack seems to be working fine still. Okay, it was that. That's so weird. Okay, I kind of like the positions where the things are appearing. But here, you see the roots are appearing like through sides. But I can just stand here and attack her while she's doing that. So I need one to appear here next to her. Also, I want them to be way bigger than that. We'll have to scale them up. Here, you can see I can just attack her while she's doing her attack. And this is also, I should have paused it earlier. Something I want to please do the. I have to wait her to do that combination attack. This one. This is exactly what I want. Like, I want the leaves falling on certain positions and then the roots appearing in between. So you're kind of fucked that you have to like jump and avoid them or something. I really like that. But we have to fix some things. We have to make the roots way bigger. That's one thing. We're gonna scale them up. We're gonna make twice as big. uh, and we're not gonna move to 0, but because you can kind of see like the bottom of the thing when I put them at 0, and I don't like that. Uh, Here we're gonna position Y to like uh minus 0.25. Let's try minus 0.25 to start with. And the starting position should be minus 8.1. Let's go to 0. We have to fix the hitbox too. Have to make it bigger. 0.8 maybe. And height is gonna be 8. Yep, looks fine. So if this goes to minus 0.25 as their ending position, this is gonna be 4 minus 0.25, which is 375. Right? Trust me, man, this is gonna work. Now the starting position of this thing is gonna be a minus 8.1. And the hitbox is gonna be minus 4.1. Yeah, that looks fine, I think. You just want to be a little bit below the ground at the start, so it doesn't immediately hit you. I mean, it's gonna immediately hit you anyway when it comes out, but it's fine. I need to change the position, but let's test the size first. Okay, I'm need to make an option so it starts like not full screen but maximize, because I have full screen and a window. Okay, whatever. More work for future me. Okay, Haruka, do your thing. Whoa. Maybe I went a little bit overboard. Those are really big. I like it though. They're not gonna be as close together, So I think it's really fine. I like it. I like it a lot. I want to see where they land at the end. Yeah, I think it's okay. Okay, let's start working on the positions. Um, I didn't save here. Okay, let me test again. God damn it. I'm gonna enable collision shapes so we can see the hitbox of the roots actually. Then that cube in front of Sun, by the way, it's the hitbox of her sword. It's just there all the time. Okay, yeah, the hitbox moves with the roots. I think it's fine. Can I stand? Yeah, I can stand between them. Okay. Seems to be working pretty fine. We need to adjust the positions though. If them on the center, I need them to be next to me. So that means the leaves, I put them in 2 on 2. Will have to be like 3 and 3. And these ones, mm, I don't know what to do about this one. Maybe I should do 5 roots instead of 4. Okay. One of the roots is like right on her head when she starts. That is not good. The other 3 are like too close together. Uh, okay. How are these ones looking? There's 2 right next to her, which is what I wanted. There's a lot of space between where Sen can stand there, but she cannot attack Haruka. Okay. So the thing is, at the beginning of the stage, she starts in position 7.5. But after she jumps and moves around, she's a little bit further to the sides. So even though the roots are on the same positions, like if she does the roots as her first attack, then one of the roots is gonna appear right where she's standing. But if she does it afterwards, it's gonna be fine. And I don't know if I like that. um, I think 4 is right. I'm just gonna move them a little bit more. Should be like what positions do I have now? 7-3-0-3. It should be like 6. I think I'm gonna pass on the 0. I want to start in the 6 and then like 8, maybe. Um, this should be like closer together so they feel more dangerous, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what to do. You can kind of see the tips of the. You can see the tips of the roots before they appear, and I don't like that. Okay. I still have like plenty of space to stand here, even though I have 2 attacks at the same time. Yeah, I have way too much space here. Maybe I should move the roots on the sides closer to the center and move the leaves further away. That's what I'm thinking right now. Um, let's do that. We're gonna move this to where are the leaves right now? 6.5. Maybe move the roots to 6.5 and move the leaves to 8. We should probably start working on the probability function too, so she doesn't do the same attack twice in a row. That condition is very easy to add, so it's gonna help on the testing here. I'm gonna say 6.5, 8. 8 minus 6.5 is 1.5. No, wait. I can't do math. Oh god. Where should I put it so they're evenly spaced? Maybe I should do 7.5 here so it's an even number. So -6. 7 minus -6 is 13. Oh, that's not a good number. Maybe do 6.5 here too. And maybe this 3.5. I have no idea what I'm doing. We're just gonna play with the numbers until it works. Then I don't need this. I actually don't need this condition now. Uh, uh, 6.5, 2, 3.5. These are 3. So maybe this should be 4. Um, we're gonna move this a little bit then further down. Okay, Haruka, do your thing. They're way too close together. They're way too far apart. These one are good. This one in the center are good. I like them. This I don't like. And these ones I don't like either. Uh, that one close to hers, I think it's fine. Um, maybe I should add more leaves. These are wrong. Yeah, because the distance between these two is 3, but the distance between these two is 6, right? Maybe like that. Wait, it's gonna be used the same as this one. This is so stupid, man. I could just use the same position I was using for this pattern. Um, I do 2.5. Yeah, maybe this one should be used 3. 6.5. Maybe 7.5. No, wait. My brain hurts. I don't know what to. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Okay, the good thing is that the attacks are working. I just need to figure out exactly what positions do I want. That is the thing. Also, I still have the possibility to make them appear with certain delays. So that's gonna spice things up for sure. These ones, the two in the middle, are still too far away from each other. Maybe I could add 5 here instead of 4. Um, have the material here, right? Um, Roots projectile material. Um, I could make this just for fun. Uh, oh, but I have the other twin. Maybe I should do it in an animation. Animation player, new, fade away. Material color. And this is gonna be 30 frames. One second to disappear. Maybe less. I don't know. We're gonna put alpha to 0. Um, uh, player. Get away. Wait. Animation. Finished. Can we free? Should disable the hitbox. Hitbox. How do I turn off a hitbox? No, we have an area. Self. Um. Monitoring. Something like that, maybe? I don't need the self. Extends from area 3D, by the way. That's why I can do this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Them disappearing little by little. Can you jump over them? I don't think you can. Maybe I should make them slightly smaller so you can double jump over them. I don't know why you would want to double jump over them, but yeah. But they deal no damage. That's funny. Maybe I should make them slightly smaller. Uh, so they did no damage because damage dealt is 0. Of course. This should deal a lot of damage. I need to balance the damage and everything. There's so much stuff to do. Turns out making a game is really hard. Who would have known? Let's change the scale to 1.5. -6. I don't like that. I don't like that number. 0. Isn't we like 3? Uh, uh, okay. And start is gonna be -6.2. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Yeah, I can jump over them now. I don't know why anyone will want to jump over them, but I'm sure someone will want to try it. Also, I don't know if this should actually despawn after they hit you once. Hmm. So there's the timing. I think the timing is pretty good. For how long they take to appear and then fade away. It's kind of okay. Okay. There's one more attack that we need to code. But it's gonna be the messiest one and also the most fun. I'm gonna take a break though. It's almost been 2 hours. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. Just a couple of minutes. I'll be right back. Why is there's errors here? Function block during in-out signal. You set different mutating true false. Okay. There's an error here. Good to know. Yeah. I'm gonna take a break. Just a couple of minutes. I'll be right back. We're gonna do the last attack of Haruka's moveset, and we're gonna start dealing with the probability functions, so she doesn't do the same attack over and over again. Okay, time for a break. I'll be right back in a couple of minutes. Bye bye. Hello. Hello, I'm back. Hello. There we go. Look at her. She's Haruka, and she's in a game. Wow. Yeah, we're making a Centrea fan game, and Haruka is gonna be the second boss. We've been working on her attacks, and we're making good progress. We have 3 out of 4. Not completely done, but they're working. They need some tweaking, but the main idea is there. So, I think I'm gonna do the probability functions. So, this should be really simple actually. Um, so how this works is, we store like um, the last 4 or 5, I don't remember. The last 4 attacks the boss has done, right? And then each attack can give a probability of how likely they are going to be picked next. And that way the boss decides what attacks to do. So I think we're gonna do something really simple. It's gonna be the same for all the attacks, basically. Except maybe this one. It's gonna be something like return 1 minus 0.25 times count previous attacks IDs count her attacks rule. So what this does is we have 1 by default. So my probability of doing this attack is 100%. Then we count how many times she has done the attack. So this could be 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 times. And we multiply that by 0.25 and we subtract it. So if she does the attack twice, for example, this is gonna be 2 times 0.25. It's gonna be 0.5. 1 minus 0.5 is 0.5. 50%. And we're gonna do the same to all the attacks. So what's gonna happen is gonna be the attacks that are used less are gonna have a higher probability of being picked. And if an attack is picked too much, it's gonna be 0. So that's the idea at least. On top of that, we can add the restrictions so she doesn't do the same attack twice in a row. So if previous attacks ID is 0 equals I can actually use ID instead of writing the entire thing. I didn't think of that. Return 0. So if I just did this attack, the probability to pick it again is 0. There's certain attacks that I do want to be able to do twice in a row, though. But I'm not sure. I think maybe this one, the jump and leaf attack, could be done twice in a row. I'm okay with that. In exchange, we could like maybe do this 0.33. So this makes sure that it's gonna be used at the most 3 times in a row and not more than that. Maybe 0.5 twice in a row at most. Okay, we can play with this later too. Let's see what this does. Right, I have to fix this. I have to add more options to the window size, I guess. I kind of want to make this like windowed maximize by default, but I don't know how to do that. Okay, so what should happen now is that she's not gonna do any attacks twice in a row, except the attack where she jumps, which can at most happen twice in a row, but no more than that. Let's see. It's a jump. Okay. Roots. Jump. Okay, it's kind of working. She's not doing the same attacks more than twice in a row. She's doing them in the same order, which is a little bit weird. Okay, there she did something different. Jump twice in a row. Now she does something else. Nice. And we still have to add one more attack, so this is gonna be even more chaotic. Hmm. Okay, I think it was working. I really like the giant roots. Maybe I should make them giant again. Okay, I think that's good enough of a test. It works. Okay, we have one more attack to do, which is gonna be the fun one. Is the horn charge. So Haruka, uh, charge is gonna try to attack with her horns. She's gonna dash forward, but there is something else to the attack. If you look carefully here, you may see that there's a match for the horns. But there's also a match called Big Horns that right now is here. So I wonder what happens when I show that one. Whoa. Look at that. Those are the biggest horns ever. And they're actual caribou horns, by the way. I did my homework. I used a caribou as reference. So if you thought this charge attack with the small horns Haruka was not gonna hurt, you're wrong. This is gonna hurt. So what we're gonna do is um go to the horn charge attack. There's nothing here. We're gonna copy the probability function immediately. This is another attack I don't want her to do twice in a row, I think. What do we need for this? We need horn mesh. This mesh instance 3D. Those are mesh instances, right? Yeah. We need the big horns. Actually, I don't need those. I'm tripping. We're gonna do that through animation. It's easier and it's cleaner. We can adjust the timing and everything. Never mind. Boss. Look at player. Play. Charge. Um. It's not charge. It's this one. So this one is gonna be her like buffing herself. And that's where the big horns are gonna appear. So there's two animations for this attack, basically. Horns for both sides. If boss is looking right. Now wait. Animation. Animation finished. We need to check. So once again, most of the time where I'm using an await on one of the attacks, I have to ask about the state. Um, it's a flaw of my boss attack design, but it is what it is. Because what can happen is that I kill the boss, or I pause and select retry or stuff like that while the attack is awaiting. Like, bad things happen. So we need to make this condition just to be sure. Um, we're gonna add animation heal at the end before I forget, and stop attack. Um, here we're gonna do animation play. We need to actually look at the player again. Because if you jump over to the other side while she's doing the preparing phase, yeah. Charge. Let's copy this. Here's the tricky part. I need to move her, but I need to move her at a very specific point. I could do it with a timer, maybe. Because she, boom, here. It's frame, I don't even know. 18. It's 0.6 seconds. And then, boom, she dashes. Right? Then she goes back to normal. So in between these frames is where the movement is gonna happen. Holy shit, man. Bro, I'm so sorry, man. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but like a fucking bird crashed into my window. I got so scared, man. Oh god. I don't know if I'm glad that it was a closed window so you didn't get in. Actually, let me look real quick. No, I think it went away. Stupid bird. Um, yeah. I cannot focus anymore. I don't know what I was doing. How do I do this? So I want to make the movement here. So what I could do is either use a timer here and wait a little bit before starting a tween, or I could use a function. I think a function is better. Oh, but it's inside the. No, I have access to the attack. Um. So what I need to do is await animation finished again. And we need to create an extra function that's gonna be called start dash, maybe? Or start charge. I should have used a different name. Because I'm using charge in the sense of like charging forward, right? But I also want to use the word charge as in charging up for an attack. So it's really weird. Here we're gonna do tween equals to create tween. Tween uh tween property. It's gonna be boss position x. It's gonna final. Okay, so this is gonna be 0 if var landing position if landing position time um 1 charge time trans that is what are we gonna use here? I think it should be maybe like I mean trans. When in doubt, use trans sign. For the ease, I think I want ease in. Bro, I always forget which one. Which one? Start slowly and speed up. No, ease out. I want it to be quick at the start and slow down at the end. And we may not use sign. We may use something else. We don't need to await or anything here. Okay, I need the landing position. If boss position greater than 1 or boss position no. I'm just wondering something. Can I, when she's on the far right or far left, can I stand like next to her? Or is it because I'm gonna look at player? And then, oh my god. Maybe I need to, okay, let's assume the player cannot do that. For now. I'm gonna test it later. I may have discovered a bug in my game. It's greater than 1. No, it's if minus equal 1 and basically asking if it's on the center of the screen. Um, if it's on the center of the screen, the landing position is gonna depend on if it's looking right or left. I was using position 9. Wow. 9 minus 9 if was is looking right. No, it's 9 and else minus 9. There we go. Position X. There we go. Now we just need to call this function from the animation. Boom. Should be here, I think. Attract. Call meta track. Horn charge. Surcharge. And we have to do the same on charge R. Okay. And we need to make the horns appear. Which is gonna be here. Around here, maybe 31. We're gonna go to horns. We're gonna make the horns disappear. And we're gonna make the big horns appear. Reset. Boom. I should probably add like a VFX or something for it. I need to add a hitbox to this thing too. We're gonna have a separate hitbox. This is frame 31. We're gonna do the same thing here. Nice. And then charge. At the end of the charge, the horns are gonna disappear. I don't want her to make them disappear right at the end. Like, should be like around here when she's raising her head. 55 maybe. And orange. Yeah. And just to make sure, I'm gonna add them two to the stage start. I mean, they're on the reset. I think it should be fine. I'm gonna add them to the eel. I'm gonna put horns visible here and big horns invisible. Just to make sure they never show up accidentally. Charge. Start charge. Frame 19. 0.66 seconds. And it lasts so frame 34, 1.16. How much time is that? 0 0.66 minus 116. 0.6 minus 1.1 is 0.5. I think. So this should be 0.5. It's gonna be a very fast attack. Should we test it? I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna happen. Bro, shout out to Suavity, man. What a banger. What a banger song, man. Yeah, let's test this. I did not add it's not gonna work. I forgot to add the attack to the array of selectable attacks. Charge. There we go. I could probably just add them from the start and just put probability at 0 if they're not implemented. That way I don't forget to add them, but whatever. Okay, Haruka, show us your horn attack. And it better be amazing. Okay, roots. Okay. Whoa. Holy, she's fast. I love it. I actually love it. That's so good. It's so fast. It's so good. I think it needs like a visual effect, maybe. Or maybe I could do the thing that the... maybe I could do the thing the roots do, where they fade in and fade away. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so cool. She's beating my ass. Okay, we still need to work on the visual effects a little bit more. We need to adjust the positions of the root attack and this attack, the leaves from the ceiling. But everything else seems to be fine. Oh yeah, she predicted my movement. I jumped over her where she was while she was making her horns bigger, but she still got me. Okay, this is what I want to see. I want to see if you can trick her into dashing to out of screen. I need her to be on one of the corners and do the horn attack and jump over her. I want to see what happens. Come here, Haruka. Do the horn attack again, please. Please, pretty please. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I know. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh no, that's so bad. I knew that was gonna happen. She's gonna look to the left and then dash. So what we need to do here is not look at player, is um if if post position minor uh is, -1 boss. I made a function for this. It's not it's not look at players, turn around. And so if I'm on the left side on the screen and I'm not looking right, I always get confused when I do these conditions. Position less than -1, so I am at the left of the screen. And I'm not looking at the right. Yeah. Boss, turn around. And this should be the opposite. If I'm on the right side and I'm looking to the right, then I should turn around. We could do this too. Just one big giant condition. Else, boss look at player. I think that's it. Uh, um, if I want to do this thing, the roots, I do this animation where it fades away, right? If I want to do that for the horns, because here I use Atlas texturing, so everything use the same material. So I cannot do that. I will have to create a separate material for the horns. But I think it's worth it because like the horns just popping up out of nowhere. We can do better. We can do better than that. So what I think I'm gonna do is go to materials. This is Haruka's material, by the way. It's an Atlas texturing. This is a 32 by 32 pixels, I think. It's very small. Take data. Western developers. 140 gigabytes size of the game with textures, 4K resolution textures and shit. This is 32 by 32 pixels. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna call it horns. And then duplicate it again. And call it big horns. And then we're gonna go here. We're gonna make this visible. We're gonna override the material with the horns. The new horns material. Nothing should change, by the way. Should be the same good old horns. And we're gonna replace this ones. And now we can play with the alpha. We can do this. Or maybe not. I have to enable alpha here. Yep. We can do this now. Ooh. What's this? Okay, maybe it's not gonna work. Cool mode. Okay. Thank God. I don't know why that was changed there, but I'm glad it... So the material for the horns, we're also gonna enable alpha. And we can play with the albedo now. We're gonna have them like that. The big horns are always gonna be visible, but it's just gonna be transparent. So now I need to redo all the stuff that I did. Um, we're gonna go to horns. Frame 31. Oh no, her horns are gone. No, Haruka without horns looks so cursed. I'm gonna fix this. I promise. Frame 31. Remember the number 31. We're gonna delete this. We're gonna delete this. 31. We're gonna search material, and we're gonna add one for this one too. We don't need the visible anymore. Yeah, that looks about right. So what we want to do here is move this around here. And we're gonna make the small horns transparent and the big ones visible. Boom, like that. We could still add like a VFX or something. Like the sparkles that I have on her hands. I don't know. We can just move this around later if we need to. But I think that kind of works. Probably copy this at the beginning. Just to be sure. We have to do the same thing everywhere now. This is too tedious, but it is what it is. Um, I don't know why sometimes the option to add keyframes here disappears. I have to go back to the animation player and back here. Big horns. Uh, 28 here. And there. Nice. And we have to change the charge to nah. Stop hiding the thing. God damn it. I don't want to look at Haruka without horns. She looks weird. I don't like it. 55. It happened again. And here, the small horns are gonna become visible. And the big ones invisible. Like that. Uh, yeah, something like that. And now on this one too. Here. Yep. I think that should do it. Stage start. Also add them on the eagle, right? Here. Um, there and on eagle are so close. Done. I think it's done. Okay, let's see. Let's test. I'm gonna write that down. Just here, whatever. Maximized window by default. Just so I don't forget. I think I tried to do that once and I didn't. It didn't work. Okay. Bro, she's so fast. I knew that was gonna happen and I didn't react on time. She's too strong. You just get cheated out of existence if she hits you with that. It's working pretty good. I like it. I actually don't know what's gonna happen if I actually defeat her. I think the game is gonna crash because it's supposed to show a cutscene that does not exist yet. Okay, I think everything is working. Still need to adjust the positions of everything. Let me see something. Um, player. Um, Position 9.5. Okay. I need to remember that number 9.5. Okay, I think we made some good progress. Uh, all the 4 attacks of Haruka are working. It need a little bit more of tweaking, but other than that, I'm pretty happy. I have sound effects for all the attacks here. I need to add them, but I'm gonna do that later. Um, Again, the roots attack and the leaves from the ceiling. I need to think about the positions carefully. And I still kind of want to try adding a delay to each one. Um, but we're gonna see. We'll see. Um, Other than that, we're pretty much done. Uh, okay, I think I'm gonna call it for today. There's some good progress. I mean, I'm gonna still work a little bit on it, but later today. Um, Plans before I go. Plans. About this game. I mentioned it earlier on the stream, but as soon as I am done with this boss fight, I want to release the first 2 stages as a kind of demo. So I think that's gonna be like the end of September, beginning of October, in about 2 weeks. I need to finish tweaking the stage. I need to do a cutscene, but that shouldn't take too long. Copium. And just tested everything. See that nothing weird is going on. But yeah, the plan for this game, and then just continue working on the rest of the stages for later. Um, Streams. Next stream should be next week. There's holidays here this week on my country, so I won't be here for the rest of the week. I'll be back next Tuesday Next Tuesday, we're gonna be playing Cuphead. So besides the game dev stuff, I do Cuphead speedruns. That's kind of like my main thing right now. Um, we're gonna be practicing some new strats for a new category that I'm learning right now. So that's the plan for next week. Game dev stuff. I don't think there's anything I want to show right now besides this. So yeah. That's gonna be the last we're gonna see of this game on stream for now. Um Once I release the demo of this game, I'm gonna play Silksong. I promised myself I was not gonna touch that game until I finish this demo. So I'm gonna keep that promise. I'm gonna keep working. We're gonna release this Zen fan game in a couple of weeks, and then we're gonna play Silksong. Uh, I also want to play the demo of the new Digimon game. I'll just play the demo because I don't have money to buy the actual game. Touch. Okay, I've jabbed enough. That's gonna be the stream. I've been Toson the Viper. Thank you for watching. Um, Thank you for watching me attempt to explain the code of this game, which is a mess, by the way. And hopefully I'll be back next Tuesday with Cuphead. Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be the stream. Thank you, thank you. Bye bye.